time no see. Welcome to Book Screen for Tweens. My name is Nikita Hines, and I am the youth librarian at the Dogwood Branch Library. This library right here. Please come by and visit us when you have an opportunity. I know that we're not open right now, but for curbside service, to drop off books, to even get printing, you can come on by the library and get assistance with that. If you need any more information concerning what we're doing in the library, what services we're offering, how to do curbside for both printing and for picking up items, you can go to fulcolibrary.org, and that information will be available there. We're still doing all our online programs, and I'm very excited to talk to you today about Book Screen for Tweens. I am doing a synopsis on Project Terra Crash Course. This is the name of the book, and the author is Landry Q Walker, and he's very invested in a lot of sci-fi. He does a lot of sci-fi. People that you've heard of, in particular, R.R. Martin. You might go ahead and think about, when I say that, you might be thinking about Game of Thrones. He's done some superheroes, but this book is specifically sci-fi in the truest sense, including having strange animals, and she has friends that are different, and she in fact has purple hair. She has a friend that's a sponge, and it's just a very interesting book. The book really goes ahead and goes into how people who are different, or beings basically that are different, how they can bring different experiences, and you should be welcome to them. She wants to be, as a matter of fact, her whole reason for going, the title of the book kind of implies what she wants to do. She wants to be a person who goes ahead and creates a whole world. The world that she wants to create, she wants to do so using plants. She wants to do so using the different things that you learn about in STEM, and like neurons, protons, atomic things. And I just thought the book was very interesting. There is a second part of the book that I'm just going to mention quickly, and then I'm going to read a little, okay? The second part of the series is what's the name of the book? Project Terra Bites Back. And I'm sure this one is as good and as interesting as the first one. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and read to you from the first chapter of the book. The chapters are usually about 5 or 6 pages, and it's very good. They give you visual pictures before you get started. This one is specifically about, the first chapter is specifically about how her brother is a little upset about her going away. That happens a lot. Expected to happen if you have siblings. They may drive you crazy. They may drive you nuts. You love them, and they're going to miss you. And yeah, you're going to miss them too. So here we go. And this is chapter 001. Elara Adele Vaughn sat in the empty shuttle station. The large gray and white terminal was deserted. But the young girl wasn't alone. She stared into the holographic projection of her little brother, Danny. "It's not like it's super far," Elara said, "and you get to come visit during break. That's just a few months away." The shimmering blue, transparent image of Danny didn't look convinced. He was 3 years younger than Elara, having just turned 9 and small for his age. Danny was obviously upset, but he shrugged and half smiled anyway. "I guess," he said. "Maybe you'll change your mind. Maybe you'll transfer." Elara felt herself frown. She didn't want to fight. Not right now. Not with her little brother. But she knew where Danny was hearing this from. Her parents. "You're so good at farming," Danny pushed. "And Mom and Dad say the affiliation needs farmers. They say you could get a grant." "The affiliation needs trail farmers too," Elara said, gently cutting her brother off. "More than anything, if we don't expand our borders and colonize more worlds, where will we farm?" For as long as Elara could remember, she wanted to become a terraformer. Specifically, she wanted to be a bioengineer and learn to create new life forms on new worlds. That wasn't something Elara could achieve on her home world, Vega Antilles 5, a remote farming community on the fringes of Sector 17. A planet so far away, it was usually called nowhere. It also wasn't something she could do by attending the Academy of Agriculture, which was where all her older brothers and sisters went. It was probably where Danny would go to when he was older. I guess you have to go then, Danny said sadly. You can't blame me for not liking it, though. Elara felt her smile return. It was true. How mad could she get at her little brother for missing her? Well, I'll come and visit. I promise you that. And the Seven System School of Terraforming has a break the same week you do, and you'll come to visit me then, right? The name of the school is STS, Danny said. No one says it like that except you. It is a very important school, Elara said in a mock offense. The Seven System School is the leading educator of terraformers. Danny rolled his eyes. You sound like one of their ads. The Seven System Schools of Terraforming Science and Arts. Create your own world. Elara stuck her tongue out in response. Danny waved his hands dramatically, the hologram sparkling more as it animated the motion. Your journey begins now. Well, it is a good slogan, Elara responded, standing up from her bench and grabbing her heavy backpack. And it happens to be true. Literally, my train just got here. Oh, okay, Danny said. It was clear he wasn't ready to end the conversation. Neither was Elara, but interplanetary communications were limited and costly. Projecting them during hypertravel was virtually impossible, and time was ticking. Suddenly, Elara felt overwhelmed. Her heart raced as she felt her brow furrow. Leaving was more difficult than she had expected. Her family had dropped her off hours ago and said their goodbyes. Her brothers, her sisters, her mom, and her dad. Maybe they didn't entirely understand why Elara was leaving, but they still supported her decision. They all stood on the platform and hugged her one by one. But they were loving and hardworking and happy, and they were hers. And now, hey, Danny said, sensing his sister's mood shift. Hey, it's okay. You're right. It's just a few months until you have Visitors Day. I'll be there to see you. Mom and Dad already booked the trip for me. Elara smiled, her hand reaching out to touch the blue light of Danny's holographic projection. I'll miss you, Elara said, her eyes rimmed with tears. Lots, every day, and I will write you all the time. I promise. Double promise? Danny asked. Always, forever and ever. Danny smiled again, and the connection was cut off. And for the first time in her entire young life, Elara was really alone. So she's going to go ahead and she's going to make some interesting friends. She's going to go ahead and have to deal with what we all deal with sometimes in school, where people go ahead, and not only school, in life period, where people go ahead and try to judge you based on where they think you're from or the experiences they think you've had. But none of those things matter. Only thing that matters in the end is what type of person do you want to be, what are your goals, how do you adjust to change, and how you go ahead and let yourself blossom and grow and do the things that you love to do. And I'm hoping that if you have an interest, just like this young lady had an interest in terraforming, I'm hoping that if you have an interest in whether it's a book or a subject or a career, that you'll come by the library and let us go ahead and introduce you to books and resources so you can get where you want to go, because I want you to be happy in your life too. Okay then, it was really nice to meet you guys, really nice to speak to you again. I miss you a lot, and I hope to see you all soon. All right then, book screen for Tweens. I will be doing the next part on the author, telling you some things about him. And other than that, have a wonderful day. See you guys later.